Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike here, Money, Marriage, and Media. Today we are looking at a content creator by the name, he goes by the name of Basically Black Jesus. Now this brother is pro-marriage. That's one of the reasons why we're checking out his video. He's also covered a couple other topics, but today I think we're covering body count. And this is a reaction video that he's doing. I'm not gonna play the video that he's reacting to. Basically, it looks like he's reacting to a woman being interviewed, and she is saying that she likes to have multiple sex partners. We don't need to get into that or show who she is or whatever, because that's irrelevant. The point is that we want to have the conversation. Again, I think this brother, after watching some of his content, high level conversations, I think that's what he is about. Because remember, the gender war is dumb. And we need these high level conversations so we can start breaking this stuff down so we can actually move the conversation forward. So let's check him out, see what he's talking about.
So, hey, body count doesn't matter though, right? Right? She'd be a good candidate for the mother of your children, right? She'd be a great candidate for your wife, right? You should want to protect, provide provision for a lifetime, die for if necessary, a woman just like that, right? Who thinks like that, who speaks like that, who comes from that mindset, because that's what we're talking about. When we're talking about body count, we're talking about character and we're talking about mindset, right? You should want to live for, work for, die for, kill for a woman who thinks just like that. That's what you deserve if you.
Now, obviously, he's being sarcastic, but I like the concept of what he's talking about. You should want to live and die for a woman who you're in a relationship with. If you starting, now obviously they're going to do that with every woman that you're dating, but that's part of the vetting process. If you don't feel like that's who you're with, it might be time to move on. Or it might be time to put some more, give it a little bit more time. It just depends on how long you've been with the person. You know, you've been somebody for 90 days. You've been dating somebody exclusively for 90 days. That's not enough time. No, but keep going. But again, the whole point is that if you feel like that, there may be a marriage in the future.
You believe body count doesn't matter. You deserve that. I'm a queen. I'm a goddess. I deserve it. The entitlement, the grandiose ego, all of it is there. And that's why when I'm on my channel, I talk about people who say, oh, I'm a queen, I'm a goddess, I'm a diva, I'm a boss chick, I'm this, I'm that. It's grandiose ego. It's like a form of psychopathy, right? It's a form of narcissism. To think that narcissist means that I have such a value for myself that it diminished the value of other people's feelings, emotions, experience, what they want, how I treat them. I care so much about me that I don't care about the other people that I should care about. That's the root of narcissism.
How much of that is going on today? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say we usually see that from the women, but I'm going to go ahead and hold some men accountable too, because you get a lot of guys out there that's calling themselves high value. And look, I told y'all already, like, I don't do the whole high value conversation, mainly because, again, I spent 5 years working in financial services, and I don't care how much money you make. It's about net worth for me. You making $100,000 a year, and you living paycheck to paycheck, and your net worth is negative. I don't care what you make on your job, how many high value friends you got. If your net worth is negative, that's not the move. You need to change some stuff.
Queen, I'm a goddess, I'm a diva, I'm a boss chick. I'm great, I'm glorious, I deserve it. Entitlement. These things, the high body count chicks, okay, they have a form of entitlement, right? Why? Not just because they did the act, but because they don't believe that there should be any consequences for doing it. That they believe you should still pick them to be the mother of your children. You should go and work hard every day and trust that while she's at home, she's not screwing the mailman. But she deserves to have hands all over her body. She likes to be ran through. You should trust that woman to be monogamous. That you should trust that woman to be loyal. That she lives like that and thinks like that has nothing to do with the level of loyalty she's going to show you in a relationship. And guess what you're going to hear women say? You're going to hear them say, oh, well, I healed from it. If it was something that you should have done, why did you have to heal from it? You'll hear women say, oh, well, a woman's never going to tell you her real body count anyways. If there's nothing wrong with it, why do you feel the need to lie about it? Oh, because men are going to judge me. I thought you said it didn't matter to men. So why would they judge you for something that doesn't matter to them? When you press on the ideas and the common comebacks from the average woman about body count, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It doesn't pass the first level logic test for bullshit. All you have to do is just ask a single question about it and not just accept the words that are coming out of it. And it's bullshit. So when you hear this is what you need to understand, okay? This is why women can sell sex, because it has value to give access to your body. It has infinite value. There are women who are rich because of the way that they have managed access to their body and their beauty. Never went out and worked a day.
100%. I mean, that's a wise man once said that women are born with their value, men must create it. So this applies to, like I said, this channel is about average men. It applies to average men too. And average women, look, maintain your value, build your value. We need to hold both genders accountable for making sure that they do that.
A woman can walk out of her house and fly around the world without sitting on near a penile, okay? If she knows how to manage her beauty and she knows how to manage access to her body, she can get a man who's a millionaire to pick her up out of a Starbucks, right? Like Matt Damon did.
Yep.
Right? Okay, so what happens when you've got $1 million in the bank account? It doesn't say anything about you to look at how you spent that money. It says nothing about your character. If you blew it all in a titty bar, that doesn't say anything about a man's character. It doesn't say anything about a woman's character when she's blowing it so she can get free trips from guys that don't want them, that she doesn't want anything meaningful with. It doesn't say anything about a woman's character when she gives it away for money. It doesn't say anything about a woman's character when she gives it away for gifts or red bottoms or shoes or bags. It doesn't say anything about a woman's mindset or character or integrity or nothing. No matter how she spends the money in that account, there's no way for anybody to develop any type of meaningful judgment about her character based off of that. That is a woman's thinking. Women love their options. They just hate the outcomes, responsibilities, and consequences that come along with those choices. And that's why men say a lot of the ladies have no accountability. They don't want the outcome that is associated with the choices that they make. They don't want it. And you simps, give them an out. You agree with them. You hold men accountable. You hold men accountable. Men who do bad behavior, you want them to get the negative consequence. But women who do bad behavior, they're the victims. Oh, they're the victims. Their dad wasn't there because their mom was a floozy too. Because most of these women aren't from divorced households. Their fathers never married their mothers because their fathers were irresponsible men. Because the mother didn't believe in body count either. And now they're trying to convince you that you need to marry them. So who am I talking to right now? I'm talking to young men who want...
Oh, man. This brother here, he's speaking the truth. Yeah. I don't have much to say. I mean, I'm going to have a summary at the end, but I'll disagree.
Want traditional outcomes in dating, marriage, and relationships but don't know how to get it. I'm talking to young women who want traditional outcomes in dating, marriage, and relationships and don't know who they need to be to get that. Do not listen to these Jezebels. Don't listen to them. They're not trying to help you. They're not trying to help you. They are trying to validate their own lives. They're trying to excuse their own behavior. They are looking for a way to feel good about what it is that they've done that has made them feel so bad. And the only way they can do that is to see it reflected everywhere. You know what? Everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing it. So they're trying to convince you to do that with your bank account too. And they're also trying to tell you that no man has the right to look at you and evaluate your character, your integrity, your level of loyalty based off of how you spent your $1 million. And that is bullshit. That's bullshit. Because
Especially when you consider the fact that that women will 100% evaluate you in your approach. If you don't look right in your approach, they will automatically assume the worst about you and just move on to the next guy. So what I would say is that number one, be careful who you hang around. This is advice for the guys. Be careful who you hang around, because if you're hanging around with men of low character, guess what they attract? Yeah. So a lot of you guys out there complaining that all these women are 304s and all this other stuff. Watch who you hanging around. I mean, yeah, it might be time to get some. It might be time to get a new circle. You know, as I like to call it, go get you a new circle of friends. If you're not getting the outcomes that you want, or you're not meeting the right people, sometimes you got to look at what's around you. Sometimes you got to change your environment.
because husbands care. And ladies, there is a big difference between the sexual attention you get from men and the genuine interest you get from a man who wants a wife.
100%. Again, high level conversation. Most people miss that. So look, because again, we're pro marriage on this side of the camera, right? So one of the things that you're going to have to do, if you're single now and you want to be married, then you need to meet some more married people. You know, expect women, 100%. You need to start hanging out with married people. Stop hanging out with all your single friends. Because at the end of the day, single people keep people single. It's not just, I know it's a famous thing to say that single women keep women single, but so do single guys. So if if you're dating a guy and he has all single friends, he doesn't know any married people, yet he's telling you that he wants to get married, well, who's his influence? I mean, it might be his parents, but at a certain age as an adult, I don't know too many adult men who spend that much time with their parents. I mean, if you guys are double dating, that's different. I would recommend at some point that you should be doing that because, you want to see what the future looks like, particularly if you're a guy and you want to know what your potential wife is going to look like in the future. You go look at her mom. So well, let's keep going.
And your character needs to be set up around what type of wife you want to be, if you want to be married. In the same way that a good man who has character needs to set himself up around what a good wife needs and what he needs to provide for her and be in her life, right? He needs to be a good communicator. He needs to be a good provider, right? But pretending like we don't look at your past choices, how you spent the money out of your account to see if you have any value to us as wives is fucking insane. And we really need to stop lying y'all need to stop lying to each other. You want to have a high body count, that's your choice. It's your body. That's your choice. Nobody should police you or stop that. But people should stop not telling you reality. Not telling you the way that men think and the way that the world works. Right? Just so that they can feel good about how they've made their choices. Right? So, that's my advice.
Okay. Yeah. Basically Black Jesus, everybody. Go check out this brother's channel. This dude has high level conversations. That's what we're looking for. So to summarize, this whole body count thing, I think it speaks more towards, again, he mentioned the character, but it also shoots more towards behavior. So a lot of guys don't like to talk about that but if, past behavior is a predictor of future performance. This is why women, after a certain time, get turned off by guys who have been with a lot of women. Is it a disqualifier for them? Not all the time, but they still get turned off by it. Why? Because it's a predictor of future performance. Most women do not want to be with a guy who sleeps around. If you've been doing that in your personal life when you're single, high probability that you're going to continue to sleep around. So there's no guarantee, like I said, that it's, your past determines your future. Women is not as important for them, but men 100% it is. But again, there's a lifestyle adjustment that has to happen there, because you're going to go from having access to all these other people sexually just down to one. Usually that doesn't happen successfully without some kind of traumatic life event. And even then, if that happens, all of a sudden you still got to deal with the pain of that too. And then there's always a risk that comes with it. Once you get healed, you're going to be just like you were before the traumatic event happened. You're eventually going to pick up those habits again. So, if, like I said, if you want to get married, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on both sides for men and women. The problem is that what you got to keep an eye on is the fact that men and women are different, and we struggle with different things. So that's even it. That's just as a group, and we're not talking about the individual. But look, guys, we're going to end it here. Like I said, basically Black Jesus. Go check out his YouTube channel. He hasn't been on YouTube for that long. I'm pretty sure he's on other social media platforms, but he recently started YouTube, so we're trying to support him and help him build this channel on YouTube, guys. Hey, but I'm gonna say goes to the next time. Peace. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. But do me another favor, like and subscribe, but also check out these here. Either subscribe or watch videos, one or the other. I don't know which side, but hey, all right.